In this tutorial, we're going to be using PowerPoint to display information about a selected movie on IMDB. I will be giving you the guidelines for choosing your movie, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and just set up the skeleton for your PowerPoint. Now, I don't want you to worry about formatting the font or formatting the background because that's going to come later. It's very important that you follow the steps in the order that they're being taught. So on your first slide, your natural title slide, you're going to type in the name of your movie. For right now, you can just leave that blank, but down here you can type in by your name. Again, do not format your font at all. So by default, you start off with just a title slide. So at this point, you need to add 4 more slides. So you can just go ahead and add 4 slides by clicking on this little slide button. Okay, once you have 4 of them, your third one, click on the third thumbnail, and you're going to change that layout to to content. We're going to use this layout so that we can have a picture on one side and a list of the actors or voice actors on the other. Now, if you have a picture that has multiple people in it, it's a good idea to list them from left to right. So you would just list the person at the left most of the picture in your first bullet and then just move to the right. Now we're going to return to slide 2 and you can type in the name of your movie for the title, and then your first bullet will be tagline. And if at any point you get stuck, the whole point of this video process is that you can pause it, do what I tell you to do, and then resume your play. And if there's anything that you don't understand, just rewind it, watch it again, and if you still don't understand it, then just ask for my help and I can clarify. So a tagline is basically a catchy phrase that's used to market a movie. So we're typing in tagline and then we're going to press enter to get a new bullet. Now, I'm going to use this increase indent button in the paragraph section of the home tab to indent that bullet. Now eventually this is going to be where I'm going to paste in my tagline. It's okay to paste the tagline. You don't have to put it in your own words because it is something straight from the movie. You're not going to put that into your own words. So this is the one and only thing that you can copy and paste other than somebody's name or something along those lines. Okay, now we typed in an M just so that it can basically be a placeholder for this indented bullet. So now I'm going to press enter and I'm going to decrease the indent of this bullet. The second main bullet is going to be plot summary. And I'm going to press enter, and again I'm going to increase the indent and just type in a random letter. Now in my example I have the tagline, and then in these indented bullets it says return to magic, return to hope, return to Narnia. And I put quotation marks around it because the tagline is not going to change. It's straight from the movie. You're not making it up. This is straight from the movie, so you use those quotation marks. Okay, and then down here in your plot summary, notice that it's not a huge paragraph. What goes on your slide is just going to be the main idea of what you would actually talk about. You're going to put the longer, more detailed plot summary down here. Notice how I resize that so that my slide either gets bigger or smaller. But this is what's called the notes page. This is where you're going to put your more detailed information, because whenever you print something, I'm going to show you an example of what this prints out to look like. So if I went to print, and instead of full page slides I say notes page, this is what you would print for yourself. So this is what your audience would see, and this is what you would see. So you want to make sure that what you say to your audience is always more detailed than what is on your slide. Otherwise, there's no point in your audience really listening to you because they can simply read and then tune out. So make sure that you're only putting the main ideas on your slide. Notice also down in my notes portion that I put the citation for where I got the information. So I am going to cite the IMDB page that contains the information that I use on this slide. You are going to need to cite your digital images and the content that you get. So if you use any other website other than IMDB, you're going to have to cite it as well. Now on slide 4, this is going to be a trivia page. So you can have a title such as Trivia and Goofs, or Did You Know, or Little Known Facts. Something that summarizes what's going to be found within the 3 bullets of the slide. So I am going to show you how to find this information, but for right now, just come up with your title. And then on the 5th slide, you're going to type in box office. Now this is going to be a later project because we're going to graph the box office information found on your IMDB page. So for right now, the only thing you need to worry about is setting up the title. Now on IMDB, if a movie pops into your head, go ahead and type it into the search bar. And I'm going to choose Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So the first thing that you're going to look for is the rating. So this right here tells me that it's a PG rating and it's safe to move on to the next step. Okay, my second one, does it have at least 3 trivia or goofs? Trivia is kind of like a did you know kind of thing, and goofs are mistakes or inconsistencies throughout the movie. I have a lot of fun just watching movies and figuring out what's wrong with them. And then checking it out on IMDb, so maybe this is something that you'll do too. So you'll notice that over here on the right hand side you've got some quick links, and then you also have this explore more. This is where you're going to find everything that you need in order to figure out if your movie is okay to do for this project. So if I click on trivia, I have plenty to choose from, but one of the things that you want to be aware of is you don't want to choose the trivias that are a very brief sentence, because there's no way to put it into your own words and elaborate. So you want to choose something that's a little bit longer. This would be long enough and would provide me the ability to elaborate from what I put on my slide. Okay, now notice right now I can go straight over to my goofs, or I can go to explore more. Now everything that I'm asking for is going to be found in here somewhere. So you've got your taglines right there. If it's grayed out, it means that they don't have one. So if they don't have a tagline, then you need to choose a different movie. So the things that you need to look for: it needs to be PG only. Okay, you have to have at least 3 trivia and goofs. It can be a mix and match of the 2. But you must have at least 3 total. Okay, you've got to have a tagline, a plot summary or synopsis. The synopsis is basically a plot summary, but it's going to be quite a bit longer. The plot summary can be found if you go back to IMDb. Let's see, plot summary. These are written by other people, so not necessarily in my example, but you'll see written by. So there might be 5 different summaries here, all written by different people. So you can just choose one of them and put it into your own words. And then your box office and business. Now, when I come over here, I'm going to go to explore more and box office and business. And I'm going to scroll down to the very first $sign that I see. So here we go. So on December 12th, it grossed, which means overall it had made this much money, $24,005,069. Okay, the very next week, it had grossed $42 million. So of course it's going to progress into the bigger numbers because you're adding another week of income here. Okay, you have to have at least 3 under the gross category using dollars. So that's what you're looking for to make sure that you are choosing a movie that is okay for this project. Now, once you've found a movie that meets all the guidelines, go ahead and start typing in your title where you need to over here. So right here and right here. And then watch the next video.